Hang on. Right, David. Oh, I've lost my notes. Hang on. Hi, David. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I think my readers would like to know some tips from a photographer about posing. So, could you let us know what steps you think brides should take when they want to look best in their wedding pictures?
Well, the first thing is to make sure that you choose the right photographer, because if you want to be posed precisely, then you need to choose a photographer that has pictures on their website where every intricate detail is adjusted to flatter you. If you want something a little bit more relaxed and informal, then obviously make sure that you have a photographer who has those kind of shots on their website as well. But choosing the right photographer is important as well, because if you feel relaxed with your photographer and they make you feel comfortable, then you'll naturally adopt a pose and a stance that is relaxed and comfortable anyway.
What about if a bride is particularly worried about, say, her chin or the top of her arms? Maybe would you think to look at a type of, like, the models that they've got, the brides they've already got on there, how they're posed, and see, you know, if you think they're particularly good at making people's chins look good or something?
Yeah, so I mean, everybody has something that they don't like about themselves, whether it's, you know, the chin, which I think a lot of the readers on the blog, that seems to be quite a big one.
Yeah, mine too.
And so if say your chin is something that does bother you quite a lot, then look at the pictures on the website and just see what the photographer has done, because it's unlikely that they've shot every single couple and had nobody that is
with a funny chin.
Yeah. So look at the angles that they use, and if you, for example, see some shots maybe taken from above that you think are particularly flattering, don't start to tell the photographer what to do, because that might be a little bit annoying, but just say that you've seen the shots on their website where they've taken them from above and you really like those. Yeah. So can you know, just tell the photographer what you've seen and what you like with what they do.
Yeah. And what about if you've got a particular area that you don't like? Like, you know, some people are funny about the top of their arms and their across their body.
Well, you need to be, if for example you know, a lot of brides have maybe problems with their back, their back. And or underneath their armpits.
Yeah.
And the main thing is to be realistic with your choices that you make when you come to choose your dress and the accessories for the wedding day. So if you have an issue with your arms, then why don't you get a really nice shawl or a bolero or something that you can kind of cover that up so that you don't feel uncomfortable on the day with that being exposed.
It's probably quite important to tell the photographer beforehand that you've got a, you know, you want shots that are going to make whatever area look better.
Yeah, so tell them if
not
you,
mind readers.
No, the photographer's not a magician either. But if you say, I'm not particularly, I have a big issue with, for example, the way that I smile, then at least then the photographer knows that that is an issue for you. They can then try to think of ways, techniques, of ways of not getting rid of it, but just, you know, making it look a bit better for you.
Yeah. And have you got any tips, top tips, especially if people are nervous about being photographed or posing? What would your top tips be?
I would say you need to, first of all, again, choose a photographer that does posing in a style that you like. And secondly, to listen to what they're telling you and relax, and don't worry. Don't worry about looking silly, because you put your trust in the photographer to do their job, and as long as you've chosen the right one, then you'll be happy with the results. Little things when you're actually posing is to balance your weight on your one leg, basically, and if you're up against any walls, if you're leaning against anything, make sure that you don't squash any part of you into the wall. It should just be a light brushing or slightly touching the wall, but don't actually kind of support yourself. All your weight should be supported preferably on one leg. And if you do that, that's going to make you kind of bend your hips a little bit, bend your knees, think bendy, think loose, think kind of little bit floppy, but also with good poise and good, so that you hold yourself well and confidently. And if you're comfortable with your photographer, and you're confident with what you're wearing, you're confident with your makeup and all your hair, if that's all been done well, that's going to make you look great when you see yourself, and that will then give you the confidence just to go with what the photographer says and look great.
Great, thanks David for taking the time to talk to us today.